FTB server. As you can see, my quarry, which I had started up in the last episode, has completed its run. It's not running anymore. And I've gone ahead and shut down or disabled the liquid tesseract that was feeding lava. And I am going to run the quarry again. What I'm going to do is move it over that way and position it over there at that corner and start another one going. But not just yet, because I have to do a little bit of preparation first. Because as you can imagine, the volume of material that came in from that quarry is considerable. Now, while I have already dealt with a bunch of it, as you recall, I had set the filtering system to automatically recycle all of the cobblestone. And I've done a little bit of fine-tuning here. For example, I've cut in a stairwell here to get down here. And I have, okay, there's 5 barrels here. 3 of them are dirt and 2 are gravel. I have chest after chest after chest of stuff going all the way down here to here. All but 3 of these chests have stuff in them. These last 3 are empty. And this quarry has come up with a lot of items, including 34 diamonds. I already used 4 of them in coming up with some more glass fiber cable I needed and a couple of other things. But the system's working pretty good. It handled all of the cobblestone, getting it processed. I now have, let's see, these 5 barrels are full, and this one is almost full, so pretty much 6 barrels of scrap. And I've got more barrels rigged up so that I can produce more scrap. And I've got the barrels moved up like that so that I can put more piping in underneath to pull items out of them. And pretty much the way that's going to work is, well, I'm not entirely certain just yet, but I'm going to be pulling stuff out of those barrels and feeding that scrap into a matter fabricator as soon as I can build one. One thing I'm going to be doing here is all this dirt in these chests. Let's see if I can make this work. Yeah. All that dirt. Needs to go in and be recycled. You know, I think 3 barrels of dirt is plenty. And I need to go ahead and recycle the rest of it. And I think as a stress test for the system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this chest and these 3. And then I'm going to, after it's full, then I'll start the system up. But first, okay, I've got 5 overclockers in this recycler. And this recycler doesn't have any. So what I need to do is get some more overclockers made so that both recyclers are overclocked to their maximum. And then load the system up to max with dirt and start recycling the excess. The processed metals, the stuff that needed to be pulverized and cooked in a furnace, I have quite a bit. That diamond chest is full. This was the gold chest there originally. I put a diamond chest upgrade on it. And then I put another diamond chest next to it, and it's a good thing because I got a fair amount in there too. So I've got quite a bit of raw resources, but the best thing to come out of this quarry is right here. That's right. 2 extremely rare bits of iridium ore were found by that quarry. And if I find 2 more, 4 bits of iridium ore will become 4 iridium ingots, which is a key ingredient in building a matter fabricator. It requires a single iridium plate. And once I can make that iridium plate, I'll be able to get a matter fabricator built and start processing that UU matter. Of course, in order to do that, I'm going to need a lot of power. But I'm on the way to that. I've got an MFSU here, fully charged, 10 million EU. And I've got here a couple of GregTech thermal generators that between them they have a combined output of about 47 EU per tick, which is good, but I need to rearrange that layout up there, and to do that I've already disabled this tesseract so that it's not feeding any more lava into that pipe, but I need to get things running so that I can burn up enough energy that the generators up there will use up the lava in the pipe so I can take that pipe down and rearrange it. I know I don't have to. I mean, I've got practically infinite lava supply, but I still don't want to waste it. But immediately, for right now, what I want to do is this Buildcraft gold pipe. I want to get it replaced with Liquiduct. Just simply because Liquiducts are better, they're more efficient, they're friendlier to the server and so on. They require less processing or something like that. I don't exactly understand it, but I do know they work better. And so I'm going to go ahead and tear this out and replace it with Liquiduct. Okay, this isn't going to take quite as much of forever as I thought it was going to. Alright, Liquiduct, here we go. Now just run this thing all the way back here and hook it up to the lava source. To get up top side here, and I need to whack that with a wrench, and that will help drain the lava out of there. That's cool. Alright, and now, alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some overclockers made. See, I've got some tin cells in here. Okay, I got some cells. Let me look up overclocker, 10K coolant cells, circuits and cables. Okay. Water cell surrounded by tin. Okay, that's not a problem. There's some tin. I'll go ahead and fill these tin cells with water, and I'm going to go ahead and get my overclockers made, and I'll be back. Alright, here we are. I have filled all 4 of these chests with dirt completely. These 3 are pretty much overflow chests that handle stuff that the system doesn't know where else to put it when the recyclers are currently full, and this one's the main input chest. The filters here pull from all 4 of them at the same time every time this timer pulses, which is set for, I believe it's 4 seconds, yeah. And then of course we've got our 2 recyclers with 10 overclockers each, a couple of filters here pulling scrap out of the recyclers and sending it to this array of barrels. So let's go ahead, crank this sucker up and see how good it does. Turn that on. Timer times, pulses. 4 stacks of dirt head for the recyclers. 2 get in right away. And there we go. Let's see how fast this thing is making scrap. Okay, what is the problem here? It has power. Or do I need a transformer upgrade? That would be probable. Alright, I'm going to take 2 out. Okay. Okay, 8 overclockers, and more than that, I need a transformer upgrade. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. I'll see about transformer upgrades at another time when it's convenient to also provide a higher level of power. And frankly, what I'm going to do is let this run until either all of this dirt has been recycled or the MFSU up topside is empty. Stuff is bouncing around and traveling all over the place and finding places where it can fit and where it can't fit and so on, which is fine. Red Power pneumatic tubes doing their magic. And scrap being produced at a pretty good pace. I do need to get the transformer upgrades, and let me look those up. Transformer upgrade. Okay, and an MV transformer, electronic circuits, some glass, and gold cable. Okay, I'll probably work on that off camera because I'm going to have to also arrange for a direct feed of medium voltage to these things if I'm going to do that. And I need to spend a little bit of time on the wiki making sure that I have my ideas right about what kind of voltage that will take and so on. I do believe it's medium voltage, but I just want to be sure. And while I'm at it, I'll probably go ahead and make up at least 1 more, perhaps 2 more recyclers and add them to the system. Okay, we're getting a fair amount of scrap going here. We're already up to 3 stacks in this barrel. That one was only a few pieces short of being filled, so not bad. 3 stacks of scrap, and that represents a pretty fair amount of dirt gone. This chest was full when I started. So, allowing for what's circling around the pipes, and the fact that scrap is not produced 1 for 1, you often burn quite a bit of whatever you're getting rid of to make scrap before you actually get a piece of scrap, but that's fine. And I can see the power supply is just barely keeping up with this thing. So let's have a look up here. What kind of a drain are we putting on this MFSU? Fairly serious, and the lava pipes are empty. That's good. I need them to be empty so I can rearrange that business up there and lay it out more efficiently and make it more convenient and easy to add more of those GregTech thermal generators up there. You know, because lots of power is needed. I also need to get more solar panels made and get those added into the system as well. I've got the silicon plates for it. I've got the carbon plates for it. I just need to make up the glass fiber cable that I'll need for moving power in. And I'm thinking also a couple of more MFSUs, at least 2 more, probably several more, in some kind of an array, and feed power to them from this soon-to-be array of thermal generators and solar panels. And once all of that is arranged, and I'm certain that I can power the recycling system enough to guarantee that it can handle the worst that a quarry can throw at it, then what I'll be doing is getting the quarry going again, and this time it will be throwing not only cobblestone but dirt at the recyclers. Just getting it all gone at the same time. And that means that I'll be able to store a lot more stuff. Of course, another thing I need to do here is I need to improve my storage. Like, for example, right now everything is just going all over the place. So what I should do is set up some barrels. Like, for example, a barrel for each color of zirconium, a barrel for coal, a barrel for marble, or maybe a couple of barrels for marble. Barrels for redstone and nickelite and lapis, and even obsidian, because quarry does come up with a fair amount of that too. And get all that stuff arranged so that most of the stuff will go into barrels, and have the barrels arranged in the system before they get to before the chests, so that anything that can fit in a barrel will, and then use the chests for everything else, and maybe get into using some of the other color possibilities in the sorting machine and color code some of these pipes and go with all of that. This is something I'm going to have to take a bunch of time to get worked out. Just moving all that stuff out of those chests into an arrangement of barrels is going to take probably a couple of hours to get it all to where I'm satisfied where everything is and what's going on. Okay, that one's empty. This one's almost empty. And it's mainly working from the obsidian chest and the gold chest. Alright. Yes, there's probably, from the look of it, a dozen stacks in the system at any time. And this is why they're bouncing around back and forth here, because it goes into one, part of a stack goes in here and fills it, and then it bounces out, tries to go in here, does the same thing, and then it comes out and realizes, hey, there's an open spot there, let's go there because it's close. And that's pretty much what it is. And something doesn't go down this pipe until it gets to here at just the right time when both of these inventories are full, which, as fast as the machines work, doesn't happen too very often. Alright, so I'm going to kind of hang out here and see how much scrap I get out of this batch. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes or so, and a little bit ago I tried something. I put one more overclocker in each machine, and as you can see, the power supply can just barely keep up with a total of 9 overclockers. So I'm going to have to get the transformer upgrades made and put in here, and run some higher voltage in here to power them and run them with 10 overclockers. And I think in the meantime, oh, by the way, scrap, this barrel was empty when I started, and it's getting close to being halfway full already. So that's really cool. And what I'm going to do now is get some of these diamonds out. And I'm going to get some more glass fiber cable made, and we're going to move some of this stuff up here. First thing I'm going to do is take out this part of the liquid ducts. Okay, the wrench doesn't remove those. Alright. And let's just go ahead and take this gold cable off of here. Need to be using glass fiber anyway. Alright. Oh, I got a machine parts. That means I needed to use a friggin' wrench. I should have figured that. Okay. Alright, I have a electric wrench. I'm going to go get it. Alright, there we go. Let's get this thing charged up. Yeah, that's a pain in the butt losing this thing like that, but fortunately they're actually not all that super expensive to make. Alright, now that's going to stay there until it's drained. Let's go ahead and get that off the hot bar, charge it up again, and remove that solar panel, because they need to be laid out differently as well. Okay, in fact, let's get that glass fiber made. Need some silver, there we go, and some glass. Okay. I need to get project tables made down here. This is a pain in the butt. Let's see. I'll just leave it. Leave it. Alright, that'll be enough cable to get started with here. And I want to arrange these things so that I can get the most out of them here. And I'm thinking a single line of glass fiber. No, not there. Not there. I found it's kind of funky putting something directly over that chunk loader. So I'd like to avoid doing that. So let's just go ahead and put it down this line. Alright, now the way I'm thinking to do this is I'm just going to lay it out with some cobblestone here. Is have thermal generators here, here, and there. Like so. And then the line of them coming all the way down here. And then I take liquiduct, and I probably can't do this. Oh, I can, okay. A line of liquiduct coming down here and here, connected to the lava system to provide lava for these things. They will run, they will produce power, they will be connecting to the glass fiber cable, which will come down here and feed into probably 2 or 3 or however many MFSUs that I decide to put down here. The MFSUs will have a single line that goes down there to the HV transformer and to the MFE and the LV transformer and so on and so forth to provide, oh, that's an MV transformer, excuse me. But anyway, it'll go down that way to provide power for the low voltage and medium voltage machines. And there will also be the 512 EU per tick line that comes out of the MFSU. So, let's see. Now, the solar panels. Nobody asked you, zombie. Thinking probably a similar arrangement. Coming down here. Also connecting to the power bus that feeds into these MFSUs. And solar panels arranged in very much the same layout. Like so, all connecting to the power feed down here. And that will get me a good line of solar panels. Between the solar panels and the thermal generators, should have a pretty hefty supply of power coming through here. And it's just going to take me some time to get all of these units made. You know, the thermal generators are built around geothermal generators. So I'd have to build a bunch of geothermals and then upgrade them to thermals. And then, of course, there's all the solar panels. Oh, let's have a look at that solar panel recipe. We're building these guys, so I'm going to need electronic circuits, 2 circuits each. And I've got enough silicon plate here that combined with this one, I could make a grand total of a full stack of solar panels. That's the plan. To build a full stack of solar panels and put them all up there. And that will give me 64 EU per tick from solar during the daytime. So I'm just going to take these guys and put this out of here. Now all I need to do is 63 generators and put here. Oops. 63 generators and 2 times 63, well, pretty much just short of 2 stacks of electronic circuits, 3 stacks of glass pane. But wait a minute, those things don't stack more than 16, so that's going to be a pain. I definitely need to get a project table down here, so I'll get this set up in a project table, get all the materials made, and then start cranking out solar panels. And get those hooked up and get thermal generators connected and get those cranking power and so on. And I think I'm going to go ahead and let this MFSU drain out, let it run dry of power, and then move it and make a bunch more to go with it and get the whole power arrangement going. And I hope to have a bunch of this done by the next video, and we'll be able to, I think, get another quarry going and really start cranking out. And you know, I would show a lot more of this on camera, but frankly, like for example the bit with the solar panels and the thermal generators, that's going to take me a few hours to put all that together. Is that what? That's a zombie in enchanted chainmail armor. That just isn't right. I'm sorry, that just is not right. Reminds me of the story I heard of somebody running into a zombie that was wearing full nano-suit armor, fully charged, carrying a nano-saber, also charged and lit. That was fun, I'm sure. Glad it wasn't me. Okay, nothing's going on there. Let's see if our recyclers have stopped. Turn the timer off. Yeah. So that's a gold chest, an obsidian chest, and 2 iron chests filled with dirt. And the obsidian chest has the same capacity as a diamond chest. It's just explosion proof. And all of that produced 36.5 stacks of scrap. Not bad at all. Alright, so I'm going to get busy working on all this stuff, and we'll catch you in the next episode for an update on some progress, and we'll just see if we can't handle things well enough to warrant putting together a second quarry and running 2 of them at once. Wouldn't that be awesome? In the meantime, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Bye-bye.